we did the same kind of thing as when I was doing my bike trip. I would antique all day. And then I brought the girls because I was like, well, I don't have anything to do at night, so let's sew. And that's what we did, and that was just because it was just cool to like walk around in there all the time and be, excuse me, staying in there. And that's where there are like 80 quilts just taking over.
That is cool that you found that many. So you have people that you buy from when you come down here, or you just visit the malls?
I go to the malls. So I have good shopping in Mass. To the point where Dawn's gonna plan a trip out to me just to go shopping, but it's more fruitful for sewing tools than necessarily quilts. But I also have the Brimfield Fair.
And 45.
Hi guys. I think there's people here. I can see 4 viewers. Say hi, Jill.
Oh, am I on?
Yeah, the camera's not pointed at you.
Okay. Hi, Jill.
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything in the chat yet. Maradim, hi. Can you hear me okay? I don't know if Druid is here yet. She usually gives me all the details on what my sound is like. So I am coming to you. Oh, good, good, good. So I'm coming to you from a super secret location in Pennsylvania, Amish country. We're just outside of Lancaster. Are we east or west of Lancaster?
East.
We're east of Lancaster. So yeah.
Outside of Whitehorse and Intercourse.
Outside of Whitehorse and Intercourse, and not too far from Bird in Hand, right?
It's a little further, but
Yeah. I have seen some horse and buggies today. I have seen a young gentleman right out back here doing some hay turning with some big, beautiful horses.
Feel free to show
And
the view.
yeah, it's really beautiful here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the view. I think we've got some lurkers. And let me see. Okay, let me turn this around. So, look at this, you guys. So this house where our friend Jill and her friends are hanging out has this really awesome pool and Amish farms in the background. I mean, it's just beautiful here. I mean, look at that. And the guy in the cool horse and buggy thing, or the
He was not on a horse and
it's not a horse and
buggy.
buggy. It was horse-drawn farm equipment. Yeah, horse-drawn farm equipment. And he was just, you can literally see where he was turning hay, those lines.
His head was just bobbing along the fence.
Yeah, it's maybe he'll make another pass and we can see him. But he was very cool. He had a really beautiful, that teal turquoise blue shirt. And yeah, so we're in, this house is just sort of plopped right in the middle of a lot of Amish farms. So it's very pretty here. And there's lots of horse poop on the road.
It's all about the little details.
It's the little details that bring it all home for you, isn't it? Yeah, so did we want to look at some quilts? Do you want to spread out any of your quilts?
You tell me what you want to look at.
Yeah, I told you I was going to do a stream. It was your call what we do. Well, the other ladies here are doing some cool stuff. I don't know exactly what projects they're working on, but I could pan over their things. I mean, this is an amazing retreat situation going on here. They have done their own retreat, and they have brought, like, their entire studios here.
Yeah, pretty much. They moved in.
Yeah, they are out shopping right now, so they're probably like, don't show all of my sewing supplies on the internet.
No, they don't care. Here, there's this that I'm working on.
Oh, yeah, hold yours up.
This is just like a little quadrant of a log cabin I'm working on.
And what is that called?
It's from the book Not Your Grandmother's Log Cabin. And
Okay.
yes, my voice is gone. I'm still recovering from a QSG seminar.
That is very pretty. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all batiks?
No, it's not. There's print in here too.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna zoom in on that. And then I gotta show them what Leanne is working on, because this is so darn cute. You guys, look at this. Look at these little baby animals. So cute. Hey, Druid. Oh, these little things. And I think this is a Riley Blake. The fabric is a Riley Blake pattern or print. And I think it's like Easter. It's Easter something. But so adorable. Those little, like, 1940s, 1950s little animals. Okay. So what are you guys up to today? Ah, yes, Beatrix Potter. Oh, yeah, for sure. What did she do? She has a piece of that. Oh, I'm going to come in here in the kitchen. I mean, look at this place. It's like a just beautiful little farmhouse kind of decor. Just like, yeah, this is like the perfect Airbnb. So if you come out to Amish country, definitely let Jill know, because she can hook you up with the correct Airbnb. But look at these little animals. I've never seen this print before, but it looks so vintage. Definitely like 1940s, 1950s little animals. So, hand piecing. Very nice. Very nice. I brought some hand piecing to do with these ladies too. So I think after I do this quick stream, we are probably going to be doing some hand sewing. So our dear friend, Barb Garrett, is here. I don't know that she wants to be on film, but she brought some lovely things. And you see, guys know how much, my gimbal. You guys know how much I love the Sunbonnet Sues. So I helped Barb get rid of some of her stash of cool quilt blocks and stuff. And then Jill got the quilts. So this is probably going to be short today, guys, because it's just a little bit crazy here. Here's more of that fabric. Leanne actually owns a quilt shop, I think.
In Ohio?
So, Oh, Mara Dim, I didn't know that you like sunbonnets so too. Okay, all right. So many people dislike her so much. So,
Oh, let's do this.
all right, Jill is getting ready to show us.
Don't put Barbara on camera.
I know. I'm being careful.
Which way do we go?
Oh, you guys, there is some gorgeousness here. Okay. So, Jill,
Which way are we pointing?
I'm pointing at you right now.
Hello. Thank you. Welcome to my voice that's dying. I made it just for you.
Okay, so this beautiful basket quilt. Tell us what drew you to this.
The print. Oh my god, guys, look at this print. I hardly. Oh, where are we? There you go.
Yep.
I don't currently have this print in anything in my inventory. And I love me some blue, which I think everybody already knows. And I love the basket. So already, as soon as we opened it, I'm like, well, I have to have that. And then I love the quilting on this.
Yeah, the quilting on this is like really stellar.
Yeah, like I was already, every blue and white that I have is always a darker blue. So to have this lighter blue that's a print and not reading like a solid.
Yeah.
And it's even, I mean, we've even got more than one. There's a lighter and
this
a darker.
lighter blue.
Oh, the quilting comes up really nice in this light.
Yeah, I know. It's like that high relief.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact, and I think it's probably up there at the top. And I'm not going to be, you guys know, I'm not going to be a bad actor and lean on this quilt. But there is a block up here that is a combination of both of those fabrics. Where is it? Here's one. I think this is it. So it's upside down, but you guys get the gist. I mean, look at that. You know, she was using what she had.
There's your guy.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's going to be very disjointed today. So here comes our Amish friend. And he is... I mean, look at those beautiful horses. I guess it would help if I could hold this up so you can actually see him through. I don't think I can zoom in without messing up the stream, but yeah, if you've never seen an Amish person, that's what they're up to, working hard all day long.
If we've never been weirdos about it, well, we get to be weirdos today.
Okay. Oh, this one. This might be my favorite. What is this quilt made out of, Jill?
Lovely polyesters that I was told is the opinion will be the next big thing. This quilt, the colors are just so vibrant that I don't even care what it's made out of.
And I agree with what Barb said, that some of the polyester quilts of the 70s where they threw together, like, I don't know if I've ever showed the picture. I have this one that is at least like 12 feet tall and 10 feet wide because they just kept adding to it. Wow. And it's just a top and it's scary. It's been hard to display, like just to take pictures of it because it's so big. But this one is properly quilt sandwiched and hand quilted, which God bless her, because hand quilting this stuff is tough. It really hurts your fingies.
What kind of needle would you have to use to hand quilt something like this?
Just a regular sewing needle.
It would go through this fabric?
Yeah. It's just hard on your hands because
would your fingers be dead?
I actually
I
actually used a small Sashiko needle when I quilted a. But I mean, look at that. They did a really nice job considering this stuff is just kind of unpleasant to work with at times.
She did her best workmanship on the fabric available.
Yeah, and she did a really nice job too, like, you know, with the colors. Because I've also seen, I mean, you guys know, you've seen the ones that I hang behind my desk sometimes. They are a riot of scary colors, and which is why I love them. But yeah, this one was very, very nice and very well.
And obviously some planning went in to make all this matching happen, for sure.
Yeah, she just did such a nice job. I think this is a really nice quilt.
Each block is a color theme.
Okay, guys. Here's the kid quilt.
I love the yellow.
Okay, why is this? This gimbal.
Yeah, chill out there, phone.
Okay. So, tell us about the kid quilts, because this is my current obsession.
It's mine too. You just hold on.
Now let me zoom out here.
It's funny, I never thought I'd really care much about kid quilts when I opened up shop. And they keep coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm meant to be in love with them. And the number of ones that have come to me where I've been like, well, this needs to live in my collection for a little bit, are very many. And especially once we've learned now
Oh yeah, show the scallops.
the breadth of how long you could be doing kits. The quilting is really nice.
Yeah, this
It's
is
really
just,
nice.
you know, and if you've seen these actual kits in person, like before they've been sewn, I mean,
Will
you know
the dots pick up?
maybe. I don't know if you can tell. There are actual blue dots
Yeah,
there.
you can see them.
Yeah, those little dots, that's not quilting thread. That is the printed stuff. Yeah, I know, scalloped edges, you know, they're a little bit harder to do, but if you have, you know, some good bias binding.
Well, and maybe, I don't know, would the bias binding have come already made? Yeah.
It came in the kit.
Did it?
Yeah. Because I don't want to make it.
Yeah, this one is really pretty. And Jill said you've never seen one like this in yellow.
I haven't seen this color scheme.
Yeah.
It's always a printed yellow, like the one that you have.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
a
that's what I
print.
thought.
Have you seen a lot
The
of solids?
roses tend to be solids,
I've never had, none have ever come my way.
probably
Yeah,
50s.
I just really love this one. This one's really cool. Okay.
Doesn't help that we're doing this on a leather couch and everything is slippery.
Everything's slippery. And my gimbal is not. My gimbal's going crazy. Oh, this one. So this is technically not a quilt. It is a coverlet because it has no batting.
But it has a little bit of quilting.
But it does have some quilting. So
just around the edges here. Is that coming up at all?
I think you probably need to see it from the back to see that actual.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it barely shows up. But yeah, it's very, very minimalist, but
I love the leaves.
I know these are just, this is just so precious that they had these little leaves in the corners.
And this very planned Dresden among all the
Oh yeah, let me back
scrappy
up and show
ones.
that. So all of these Dresdens, as you can see, are very scrappy, but right there in the middle, can you see it? That one right there is the very center of the quilt, and the maker has chosen to be super matchy. Those are clearly coordinating prints. And then you see that those same colors pulled out into the other Dresdens, but they're not completely matching. So I think this was a very smart design with what she had to work with. Yeah, is it? Oh, hi, Robin. Yeah. Isn't this one beautiful?
You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, the white one. We might have to shadow graph this one.
I don't know. The light is picking up the quilting
Yeah,
very
yeah, this
well
one
from
is-
the back.
Yeah, this one, yeah, it is, because it's like kind of got this little overcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is white on white, and so can you let me move that back up. So let me step on your board. So you can see the center of this one has this.
Can you see it?
Yeah. So it's got this like floral thing. That's
Tulips.
they're tulips. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They're sort of tulipy looking. And then they've got this like cross.
That is a clock you're hearing in the background.
Yeah, I kept wondering what that was, and then I finally realized it was a clock. But yeah, this one is really neat. Robin says hi.
Hi, Robin. I have no voice, Robin.
Okay. Is there one more under there?
Yep.
Yep.
I didn't put out too many because I just didn't know how committed you were.
Oh, this is a red and white one.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I did look at this one. This one looks like, so either she ran out of the darker red or she ran out of the bright red, because it looks like she sort of has, I don't know how well this is going to show up. She sort of has a brighter red embroidery floss in here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can see like this one, this is brighter red, whereas this is the darker red there in the middle. But there's some repeats in here. There's 2 birds, and she turned them different directions. Oh, this gimbal job's great, guys. I'm hopefully not making you seasick. There we go. And then, what else? There's this lotus. The lotus is repeated twice. That one, and then it's up in the corner.
Mm-hmm. I like this right here.
Yeah, this rose is really nice too.
So pretty.
Well, that's repeated.
Mm-hmm. In the darker red.
Uh-huh. You wonder if there was... Oh, you know what? The rose is repeated 3 times. Is it the same? Yeah.
I like this on the bottom too.
Yeah. And now it seems like a one-off, right? You guys see this one in the corner? It's a little bit more geometric, I think.
Yeah, there's a really pretty wreath right here.
And then you've got these detailed flowers.
Look at this dude. Look at this goofy.
Robin says she loves this, and oh yeah, and that she thinks she has every single one of these transfers. Oh yeah, this one.
Well, Robin, I expect you to make a reproduction of this quill in a month.
Yeah. But yeah, I love all those baskets. The baskets are so pretty.
Was there anything particular from the pile that you wanted to see?
I don't think so. I mean, I just like show people. The people love the quilts, right? You guys just like to see the quilts.
I just wanted to make sure we got if there was a favorite you had that you wanted.
Yeah, Maradim, yes, it's embroidery. It's red work embroidery. So let me squeeze into one. You can see very, very nice stitches. You know, sometimes you see these and the stitching's a little sloppy. I feel like usually like those dresser scarves and stuff, you'll see those where...
Oh, there's your Amish guy again. Get him out of this window.
Okay. All right. Here comes the Amish guy again. You guys are going to be like, this was the weirdest stream I have ever seen. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see the color of his shirt. It's such a beautiful blue. That robin zag tealy turquoisey color. Okay, I'll stop gawking at you, poor guy. Oh.
Are you done, or do you want like one more?
Well, yeah, let's do one more. If you.
I just didn't want to put out too many.
You guys never get tired of the quilts. We could stand here all day, right?
I mean, with this kind of help, I could definitely stand here all day.
Oh, this one is really, yeah, this one's really nice too. These big old baskets. And as you can see, this one is tied with this pretty floss, this kind of purpley floss, lavender. And, woo! The gimbal does not work well when you have it in this orientation.
It's just your center of gravity.
Yeah, that too.
That is really pretty.
I mean, this is just...
This lighting is just really making it...
It does.
Sparkle.
It's making it sparkle.
Look at these little novelty prints. Like these little...
I like that yellow right above you.
Yeah. Oh, and this yellow, these birds. Yeah. I love this stuff. I could look at it all day.
I mean, you have.
I have. This is my special day of looking at quilts. Yeah.
And then our back is just a nice baby blue.
Yeah. Very nice. Let me go get my quilt blocks so I can show those.
Okay.
I flipped through them quickly. Okay, sorry about the gimbaling, guys. I might turn it back the other way so that... Let's see. You'd have a nice view of this pretty kitchen and dining room while I get this set back up. So, yeah, Druid, you would love it here because there are a lot of horses, obviously. The primary mode of transportation for some of the Amish. And I think the Mennonites, they have buggies too. There's a lot of horse poop here, so there are a lot of horses. And you know what's really interesting? Our friend Barb Garrett, she was telling us about the Amish here. And so, Padma, this is an Airbnb that Jill and her friends rented. She's here with 4 other women that have come from. I think there's one person from Kentucky, one person from Georgia, somebody from Ohio, I think, and then I think the other person's from New Jersey, and then you guys know Jill is from Massachusetts. So, yeah, and this is only like an hour and a half from me, so I drove up for the day because Barb Garrett, she lives in Pennsylvania. And Padma, you probably, if you didn't meet Barb at seminar, you at least saw her. She was there. She was in my study center. So anyway, these quilts that you just saw, they're from Barb's collection that Jill has purchased for her inventory. So if you saw anything you liked, you know where to go for it. So yeah, let's. I have to show you guys these. They are so precious. This is like such a primitive looking little Sue. You know, it's so different than some of the other patterns. I mean, I showed you guys my Weeble Sues the other day, you know, and how different they are from these. You know, this Sue is very, very different. You know, she's got this arm coming out of her bonnet situation. Like, I don't know what that's all about. But just in so many cool prints. And these are obviously like old dress, you know, dress fabrics that somebody had, you know, a scrap bag full. Aren't they cute? I knew you'd like them, Robin. And these, my gosh, it's like 30, I think it's 36 of them. So if they were generously sashed, this would be a very big quilt. So Barb was downsizing all of her blocks and things, and I could have probably bought them all, but my budget is not that, there's not that much left in it. Isn't she cute? I just love her little feet, her little embroidered feet and legs. So adorable. So let's see if there's any others. I mean, they're just all kinds of different. I mean, you can just tell these were people's clothes, you know? There's all of these plaids. They were probably men's shirts, and these little prints, probably little girls' dresses. But I'm pretty sure they're all cotton. This one I wasn't sure about, but I think they're all cotton. So those are the Sues. Then she had some baskets, and she had originally bundled these all up to sell them like at a craft show, you know, flea market kind of thing. So Jill and I kind of put the bundles back together so that we could get like whole quilt amounts. But this one, I'm guessing, you know, I don't know. I was thinking maybe some later fabrics, but you know, again, this is like mid-century stuff. Oh, look at this. Those little baby prints. Look at the little bears and bunnies. And like this is the vintage print, right? And so then that other fabric I showed you, like at the top of the stream, though that is the, you know, modern Riley Blake version, but they look, I mean, you know, put them side by side, they look so similar. Yeah, you know, I feel like I have reproduction of something like this, and then, you know, they're making that bigger print of it. Look at this one. There's a couple of these. This bright yellow. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, look at this. I love these little conversation prints. Little pineapples. Oh, look at that. And this one's almost like... It's almost got that like wax print, even though I know that's definitely not what this is. But it does have that look about it, that African wax print look. I think probably, you know, there are dress fabrics and shirt fabrics, probably mid-century, maybe 50s or 60s, that had that sort of exotic looking print. a lot of the stuff that Barb brought today was sort of mid-century. A few things from the 1800s that Jill purchased from her. So, and then, you guys know I love the double wedding ring. And this one is not quite as chunky as that top that I bought at Seminar. But these are a little bit chunkier than some other blocks I've seen. So this one, I'm gonna try to make the quilt. Obviously I have to get the center. So, they go together like this, right? And then the other two would go up here. Be my own design wall. So they go together like this, right? And then you have to put that center piece in there. And it involves some curved sewing, or if you're a weenie like me, you could just turn the seam allowance down on these and just applique them down, which is I think I might do. So a design wall, yeah, I agree. I think that this is like really a perfect quilt retreat house, because like I said, when I drove up, I had seen I saw the street view when Jill gave me the address. And so I'm driving up here and, passing all the Amish stuff, the little Amish markets, and there's, I think, 3 quilt shops I passed, and, all of the places that the names of these places that you hear about, like Bird in Hand and Intercourse, and of course Lancaster, and the little town we're in right now is called Kinzers, and so, it's just that very, the touristy Amish stuff that you expect. But then all of a sudden, there's this little row of these very cute houses. They're kind of Cape Cods, plunked right down here. And there's it looks like some kind of little store across the street that's clearly, the Amish use it for, I'm not exactly sure what the store is. But, the Amish patronize it because there's, the parking lot is strewn with horse poo. Like, that's how you know the Amish have been there. Their horses leave stuff behind. But yeah, it has, and there's a little line outside that appeared to be drying some children's clothes. So I don't know if that was something that was, put out there sort of touristy to draw people in, or if it literally is some Amish folks that are there. I'm not sure. But it's very cool here. It's very interesting. And Barb, since Barb's from here, she's been educating us about Amish stuff. So, yeah, Eva, I'm sorry. I meant to say that earlier. I'm so sorry I didn't let you know right away. We were talking, and there were other people here, and there was lunch, and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because I knew that I would be able to get online at least for a few minutes. So now this is the last one, and I think these blocks are much older. And so this is like a basket, but it's got handles. It's like an urn. Aren't those cool? And these are not a very tight weave. So I think I would guess they're probably turn of the century maybe, or maybe a little older. But I think that these are like shirtwaist, like dress, shirting prints, I think. So. I mean, they're just really beautiful prints. Oh, and this is one, I think, this is one of those, I think Barb called this a 100-year print. And these are the prints that you could find them in like 1890, and then you could find them in 1980 because the fabric companies like either kept printing them or brought them back. So Yes, it is. And that's the really funny thing about some of these prints, and it's probably only going to get harder once some of these quilts that are made out of reproduction fabrics, get into the market, and it's not clear anymore how old they are. And people that make very traditional looking quilts with modern reproduction fabric, eventually they can become as, like, I don't know, old looking, and or faded or used or washed or whatever. And if you're not able to, like, touch and feel the fabric, you really wouldn't know. So that was something Barb was talking to us about. Some of these older quilts, you have to have them in person to know for sure, because the fabric will feel different. It'll have a different hand if it's this really old stuff than if it's a brand new reproduction. So, I mean, look at this, that little fine dot, so pretty. And then, I don't know, that looks so modern, right? It looks like an Essex linen. Robert Kaufman, right? And then, what's this last one to show you? This one was a little crumply, but look at this blue, this beautiful blue fabric. I mean, it looks like it's a woven sort of coverlet type thing, but it's just like a shirting print. Very cool stuff. So those are the things that we have looked at today. Yeah, isn't it pretty? It's just, and there's one of the quilts that Jill bought. I think Barb said it was probably 40s or 50s. It had this very neat, I guess it's a shirting print, but it has, the little threads are clipped, so it's like it's woven, and then there's these little slubby things that, I don't know how to describe it. And I wish I knew what it was called. I'm going to have to find out, because I know you guys are going, what are you talking about, Stephanie? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, I think this might be my favorite blue too. This sort of, it's like a Delft blue. It's sort of like a French blue. Weren't we trying to figure out blue colors on Quilt Nerd a couple weeks ago? Like, is it ultramarine? Is it cadet? So, yeah. So that's oh, see, okay, when you're in North Dakota, the Mennonite women, yes. So there's a lot of Mennonite folks around here too, and I guess I'm probably a little less familiar with the Amish folks and the Mennonite folks up here. I've seen a lot more of the Amish down in southern Maryland and St. Mary's County, and then there's a pretty big Mennonite population in Western Virginia, near where my my in-laws live. So I'm more familiar with those folks, and they are very different. But here, even though their religious observances are very different, they seem to be maybe a little bit closer culturally than some of the other groups of older Amish and Mennonites here in the East Coast. So they're really interesting communities. And, I know I sit here and gawk at them because I'm like, oh, look at the horse and buggy. Oh my gosh, look at their dresses. But it's just such a fascinating culture. And yeah, I haven't had a chance to spend much time up here, even though I don't live that far. So that's kind of next on my bucket list, is to come up here and spend some time and, drive around and visit some of the little roadside markets and stuff, because it's very charming and the food is delicious. They make a very good cheese and a very good pumpkin bread. So, well, that's really all I had for you guys. I knew this was going to be a short one, but I definitely wanted to show you. Novelty in Dickinson, North Dakota. Yeah, I bet. So she was just one Mennonite person? It wasn't a whole community? That I feel sorry for her if she didn't have her community with her, because it's hard, to live. Well, the Mennonites, I guess, they're not quite as restrictive as the Amish. But yeah, I mean, how sort of to be out of place, without your community, that must have been hard. But yeah, as I was driving in today, what I was going to say is, I don't know if Thursday is the washing day, but just coming down, I was like, you know, both sides of the road, just rubbernecking at all the stuff on the lines. Some people seem to just have like maybe blankets and towels and things. I think I saw one line that may have had a quilt on the far end of it, but for the most part, it was things like towels and like dish rags. And there was one little house right on the road that had like a sort of a little covered porch, and they had strung a line between the posts of the covered porch, and so then they had all the clothes there. Right, no electricity. Yeah. Oh gosh, every day. Well, you said that she had a child, right? I think maybe that might have been, you have to do laundry with children so much more frequently. But you know, I mean, I guess folks with big families, it makes sense to me that, you know, big family, they have to wash clothes more frequently. And the interesting thing is, you know, they don't use electricity, but they are very likely to have a washer and dryer. They use a generator. Which is sort of the, you know, I guess it's the Amish way of working around the rules. Yeah, I would say the children's clothing probably needs to be washed more frequently just because they get dirty faster and easier. But yeah, I mean, honestly, we were talking about it. Some of the things that the Amish do, it's like, you know, nice, fresh, clean smelling laundry. I mean, who can complain about that? You know, it's really very pastoral here, and I know their laundry probably smells very good. And just, you know, the simple way of living, we were talking about that, but they work really hard. And even with some modern appliances that are run by generator, I mean, they're still doing a lot of stuff by hand. And, you know, I wouldn't survive if I had to. I'd be like, please take me to McDonald's. I don't want to have to chop trees and chop wood and stuff. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my grandmother used to hang clothes out as long as it wasn't raining and it wasn't like cold enough to freeze the clothes. She always hung on her lines back. Yeah. Yep, homeowners associations. For shame. I mean, it's just really shameful, honestly, because I mean, it's better for the environment, right? To hang your clothes out to dry. You're not using the dryer. You're not using the electricity. But yeah. Oh, yeah, cloth diapers. Yeah. Freeze on the line. Oh gosh. Yeah, you know, Eva, I don't know if homeowners associations are much of a thing up in Canada, but yeah, if you live in a like a planned community here in the US, it doesn't matter that it's your own backyard. It doesn't matter that it's your own driveway. They will tell you, like, you can't paint your house certain colors because it'll stand out. You maybe can't put up Christmas decorations, you know, those like kind of tacky Christmas decorations that are, you know, nonetheless fun, like no Halloween decorations. They don't want that stuff. I used to live, when I was little, my parents lived near a neighborhood where their homeowners association was so stringent. If you owned a pickup truck, you had to park it inside your closed garage or around the back of your house. You couldn't park a pickup truck in front of your home. Like, that's crazy. And my father, being a pickup driver, was like, we will never live in a neighborhood like that. Yeah, and that's another thing. If you're landscaping in your grass, they can police that. It's crazy. I could not live in a neighborhood like that that would police you so much. You know, and their goal is obviously to make sure things look a certain way. You know, and I would say these days, you're either in a community that is like whole hog with the HOA, or it's a community that, like, you know, we have an HOA just to like really take care of the egregious stuff. You know, and I get those, you know, because you're paying dues to kind of police the bad stuff. But yes, the HOA Karens, yeah. And I think it's the same way in New York City were the co-ops, and probably any big city would have co-ops, and they're kind of the same way.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that, but it's
Teepee with the pentacle, yes. Just like a big geodesic dome in your backyard.
But if we had to sell it in a way.
Oh, garbage pickup. Yep.
In order to do this, we need.
Yeah. Now the co-ops. I mean, that's like an apartment building, so you kind of got a different living situation there. But you know, they have rules too. But yeah, you're right. The homeowners associations are also there for stuff like trash pickup and maintenance and stuff like that. So, I mean, certainly. No, we don't have to pay for our own road repair. We're supposed to pay our taxes. That pays for our road repair. But when the taxes don't cover it, you find things like Domino's Pizza. They fixed the potholes in some, I don't know if it was Indiana or Ohio. So, yeah. President of the HOA. We're in Bernard. I can see that your husband's like, okay, look, if I'm going to be ruled by an HOA, I'm going to rule it. That's the way to go. You make the rules, right? Landscape Maintenance Association. Okay, so that's okay. Oh, that's nice that they make sure that the green areas look nice. Yeah. Oh, we're in Bernard. How is your home sold yet? Is it still on the market? I'm assuming everything went okay while you were gone. I know you said you were like getting out of Dodge.
I'm sure I could have gone to whatever vendor.
No longer in an HOA. Yeah.
But I didn't know. I wanted to browse.
Oh, no bites yet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of market it is right now. You know, I know friends of mine sold their house. It's a little over a year ago, and I guess they did an open house, and they had offers right away. But then it seems like they fell through, and then it sat for a while. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for them.
The new president of the HOA.
But yeah, like if that was what I had to do.
Well, guys, I am going to skedaddle so that I can say goodbye to Barb. And I will see you next Monday. And on Monday, I think we will be getting back to business as usual. We had started Florence Pedo, and we are going to keep charging down that road because she is so fascinating. And we have to finish our Unseen Guest this month. That's my goal, to have it finished by Halloween. And if I have to, I will do like an extended reading so we can finish it. I have another non-quilting book that is sort of quilting adjacent that I would like to read to you. So that will be on the docket. But other than that, I've got a wedding to go to this weekend. So yes. So as a reminder, Kenny, our friend Kenny, I'm not sure if he's here now, but he is streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. That's his quilting stream. And then he streams on Wednesdays and that same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and that is his gamer streaming. Although last time I was on his stream, checking out his stream, I believe he said he might be doing more quilting stuff. So, yeah. And I will be back next week, my usual times, Monday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'm still adding stuff. So one thing I forgot to mention to you guys, just keep this in mind for when we're back next week. I have added some things that you can do with your channel points that I didn't tell you about, but you can control the soundboard. I have put together a thing, and maybe I might need to change the points amount. I just arbitrarily put something in there, but if you look where you chat and where you can make, like, if you click your channel points, let's see, channel point reduction. I have not put that in there. but I can. And I'm thinking I could think of a good sound alert for that. But what you should see when you click your channel points, you should see the option to highlight your message, which is kind of a standard one. And then I have disabled some of the other ones just because I feel like they're kind of more gamer related. But I have added in, one is called Nerd, and the other one, I'm trying to think, it might be That's What She Said. So, and then I have one that I put in there for bits. You could spend bits on. And that one is going to be down below the video. And I think it's probably very difficult to see if you're on a phone or a device. But if you're on a computer, you should be able to see that. What can you do with those? So if you spend your channel points on the one that says That's What She Said, it is going to play That's What She Said. So you're basically controlling my soundboard. So. Did it play it, you guys? Did you hear?
You didn't buy it for that reason.
Okay, she played Nerd, so it should have played you guys Nerd. If it did not work, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, dang it. Okay. I owe you something, Druid, because you used points. Oh, dang it. Okay. Now that makes me mad. I'm gonna have words with the blurp people because that's what I put together from their thing. So, okay. Then do not spend anymore because I need to figure that out. Yeah, I tried to do it yesterday at the end of the stream. I realized I hadn't told you guys. And so I tried it, but the stream was over, so I don't know that it worked. Yeah. I can't replenish your points, Druid, but I got your back. So, okay. I'll lower the points amount so we can play with it. Got to get it working because it's funny. It was, the Nerd one was from The Simpsons. It was Homer Simpson saying nerd. And then That's What She Said was from The Office. So I want it to work because it was very funny. I don't know if it's maybe because of the way I'm streaming, because I'm streaming from my phone. I don't know if that matters. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, you guys. It's gonna take a village. All right. Well, I'm gonna hang up, and I will see you guys next week on Monday. And I will be coming back from a wedding. I will be on the road. So, yeah, Eva, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that might be what it is. So, yeah, I will not be having fun at this wedding. So, you guys, I will be ready to be like, chill out with my friends and do some reading and all that. So, you guys have a fantastic week. Oh, Eva, it's family. It's family drama. That's why. It's not friends that are getting married, it's family. So there's all that extended family drama that happens at weddings and holidays and stuff. So have no fun. All right, guys, take care. I will see you soon. Mwah! Yes, there will be wedding gossip. Mwah! Bye-bye.